I can't believe I've gotten myself into this pickle. When a client of mine dropped those words to me, I knew I had to come and talk about it. So, hi, I'm Lindsay Mustaine, and today we are going to talk more deeply about the real emotions in job search and how to reframe and set a future trajectory forward. So, the first thing I want to normalize here is that the emotions that you experience in job search, you are not alone. Now, job searching is one of the four most stressful things you can go through in your life. There's death, divorce, moving, and then there's a job search. And so when people underestimate and they're like, oh, you haven't found a job yet, or like they're surprised you're still looking, please know it's because they have not been in that situation, or they've been so far removed from that situation and never struggled that they can't understand or have empathy. But here I am to tell you, after working with 20,000 people, that there is nothing like going through a job search. And this goes back to my childhood. When I was just 8 years old, my father lost his job. He was at work, the employer that he was at, for over 20 years. And he went from, being happily employed and grateful, but stagnant kind of in his role, to getting a pink slip and walking home to 2 children and a wife. And our entire world shattered. In fact, we lost everything. He would go years before the end of his life, actually. And so when I say I have incredible empathy for it, I know that I am the extreme outlier of that situation. And my goal, and really my calling to help support you in this, is because I never want that story to be repeated. I never want to watch another little girl watch her father or parent have every bit of their self-worth erode because they're not having success in their job search. And so one of the things that we tend to see when people come to us at this point is that there's this shame narrative, like, I should have known better, I should have done. And really, ignorance is meaning, and ignorance sounds it's an insensitive word to use, but ignorance means you just don't know what you don't know. And so there's a lot of ignorance around job searching until you're in it. And that means from people who are watching, or when you're in it, we're like, I wish I could have done this. And so when I work with somebody, I have a really strange philosophy that I don't want anyone to ever need me again. Now, when I say need, it doesn't mean I don't want to work with people. I've worked with people, and many of my clients, majority of them are actually repeat customers, because once we get the first foundation set up, they want to work with me to continue to make more and more impact in their life, more and more income. But my goal is for you to never need the baseline problem that you came to me for. And so when somebody comes to me and they're in the thick of the job search mess, I know that's absolutely when we can transform results. So I just want you to know, if you're feeling lonely, if you're feeling isolated, if you are going through like, I should have, if you hear should is a shame word. I should have done this. Like, we didn't know until we knew better, right? When we know better, then we can do better. And so I want you to think about, from here on out, wherever you are at, it's not your past that determines your future, or your past determines your present. You can look at your future, create new stories around your present and your past. And so if you say, I am talent, if you've ever seen my hashtag, I am talent, I am top of talent, then I go back and I look at my future version of the self that I want to be, and I ask, how does she show up? Because when you are in the pain of the moment, when you're in the fear, when you're in the scarcity, it's really easy to feel like, I will take anything, I just need to get a job, I just want to retire from the next job. And that is a really low level of energy. And what I mean by that is that nobody wants to just find somebody who's just looking for the next job. We are looking for top talent. We're going to hire the best. And so if that's the case, then you have to show up as the best. Now, I had somebody recently say to me, they're like, well, I don't need to be in any of your programs, I already make 6 figures. Let me be really clear. The difference between a 5-figure and 6-figure salary, there's a huge quantum leap between those two. And then the next thing is that you get better and better at really refining that quantum leap. And so if you're struggling still to land your next 6-figure job, truth is, you're acting like a 5-figure earner. And so you've really got to change. And so here's where I want to invite you to take your next move. First off, if this resonates with you and you're needing help in your job search, message me. Let me give you some resources. And if there's a fit for you in one of my programs, based on whether there's a waiting list or not, I will absolutely let you know. And if you don't need it, I don't sell anything, don't sell anybody anything that they don't absolutely need, that I know would transform their life. And if you're ready to jump in right now and start to create a career and momentum in that career search, job search, then I recommend you check out my 5-minute 6-figure resume checklist. And really we'll see there, do you have what it takes? Are you showing up for the lowest common denominator of job search, which is your resume? Are you showing up as a 6-figure earner? And if you aren't, then there's some ways to correct that. I hope that helps you move forward. Please know you are not alone. And if you download this 5-minute 6-figure resume checklist, you have a chance to join my exclusive professional community with people just like you, so you never have to walk this path alone anymore. I'm rooting for you, and I will see